So,
Wow.
we wiped away, we sloshed it around, and all of our games are now removed from the picture. But you might go, well, there's still all the games there. No, these aren't our games. These belong to one Cameron Luber.
Yes.
So, Cam, take it away.
All right. Well, let's see. We're gonna start with a couple Wii games right here. The Sky Crawlers. Nice. Little Exceed game.
Exceed flight game with some Ace Combat creators. So
I remember going to GameStop with you that one time, and we saw it. It was like, oh, that's awesome. Now,
so he got it.
Yes, I did. The next game is Sin and Punishment. It's like
great game.
Well, it doesn't say 2 on it, sorry. Yeah. But it is the second Sin.
You confused me.
So, I know, he's like, wait, did I get the wrong one?
Yeah, but, you know, the gameplay, simple, you know.
Rails shooter, I guess, but with a little freedom to move around.
Yeah.
Great game, though.
Definitely a good pickup from Forgotten Freshness. And then I got a lot more from there.
Now, when Frank rang him up and gave him his total,
we were like,
I thought, I was like, that can't possibly be right.
Yeah.
It took a solid 5 seconds to register.
No.
And then, like, I almost passed out.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when he said that how much it all came to, which is we're gonna leave undisclosed. It's none of your business. But we all were like wow. Dead silent. We all looked at Cameron like.
See, I was ready for this trip.
He saved up so long.
He saved up and he works really hard for this. So.
Oh yeah. All right.
Do it while you can.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I grew up on these games back in the old days. But Wild Arms, I got Wild Arms 2. I saw Wild Arms floating around, but it didn't have a book, and I like my complete games. And so I got Wild Arms 2 instead. Might as well start somewhere.
Yep. One will be out there somewhere.
Then after 2, Wild Arms 3, you know. Nice manual, everything like that. Good deal, only $10.
I have that one, and I think it's pretty cool because I think it has some like Western influence on the story and stuff. Pretty, but you know. It's
and then got Skip 4, you know, 1 up to 5. Nice XC like box art.
Yeah, so much shiny on that too. Shiny.
I know it's not even designs.
Got like a 80-page art book and everything like that, so you know. It's a good deal.
80 page, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing about a lot of the stuff you have here is like just to have them on your shelf would be like gorgeous.
Like,
they're nice packages.
Play them though.
Starting with this one for sure.
Somehow.
Somehow if it's a time.
And let's see, we'll go with
yeah, you have a good categorization
yes.
up here. I can see.
Go with this right here. I've been playing on the 3DS, Shin Megami Tensei 4. So, you know... What's that?
I said me too.
Oh, yes.
We both
you know, I really enjoy the gameplay. The story's cool, the environment, setting, everything like that. So, I went ahead and bought myself the Strange Journey for DS.
Good soundtrack.
Yes, it's got the soundtrack down there too. Be interesting to see where, like, the demons... like what they look like. I know there's a lot of continuation,
a lot of similar
stuff
demons
like that.
You can use in this one that made their way into the fourth one.
Such creative designs for those demons too.
Yeah. We won't get into
when I mentioned when I mentioned non-traditional stories too, like this is another one. Like you're on like Earth in modern times in Antarctica, like a research team, and then a gateway to like hell opens up, and all these weird demons start coming out. But it's not called hell in it. It's like this weird like portal dome thing, and they're basically going in and weird things start happening. It's very cool, very interesting, and unlike anything else. I really liked it, but I never beat it, so I must not have liked it enough now. No, I got stuck on it because they're tough.
Yeah, they can be challenging for sure. Now this is more like an off brand of the Shimigane games.
Off-brand. It's like
Yes,
the Walmart brand. No, but you're right.
Target brand.
It's like a offshoot, I guess.
Yes.
Off-brand.
Fatigue does a lot to you.
Yeah, I know, we're tired of this thing.
But I got Persona 2. Now, I've been looking at this for a while. Our last trip up here, I saw it, and I didn't even really know much about these games until like I saw this, and I was like, this looks really awesome. And so, you know, little by little, I started to get Shin Megami Tensei 4, and then, you know, I was like, might as well get this.
Yeah.
And you may remember in our Clutter Ducks road trip,
yes.
this guy right here, as an early birthday present, got me the PSP Redux of that game,
Yes.
Persona 2 Innocent Sin, I think is the PSP
Yes.
version. So, you know, same game but with some updates and changes and stuff, and I love that, what I played so far, so you're going to like.
Well, I got Persona 2, might as well go up, get 3.
Which is an awesome
Yes,
sealed
it's
copy.
sealed, it's got the art book and everything like that.
Cardboard
Now,
slipcase.
I myself already have the Persona 3 Fez,
Yep,
uh,
yes.
you know, but it's got the extra content and stuff like that. But this is the, you know, limited special
Original
edition,
one, yeah.
original. Might as well have it sealed. It was a great deal. And, you know, same thing with the other ones. The style, the art, music, everything looks intriguing and everything like that. And now, might as well go up from there. Got Persona 4.
Yep.
Man.
You know, it's
So
not
sick.
Persona 4 Golden from,
Yeah, the
Vita,
Vita version, which
but-
has extra stuff.
you know, this game's been out for a long time and it's been raved as one of the greatest Persona games out there, so.
It,
Gotta
is,
make
it
sure
just
it's-
has such a weird, cool style. Every time I
Yeah.
see stuff on it.
Yeah.
Isn't there a fighting game spin-off on that?
Yeah, the arena.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually got it on the 360. I
Oh,
think,
yeah,
came
yeah.
out.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
haven't tried it yet. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it has great 2D artwork from what I saw. But you were looking for that today too, weren't you?
Yeah, I saw it on 360, but I wanted to get it on PS3, so
Yeah, kind of keep
I'll
it
hold
all
off. And,
family.
yeah, might as well keep the branding the same. So,
Yeah,
got that.
More Shin Megami Tensei fun.
Alright, and then for all my contributions, stuff like that, Frank felt it compelled to give me Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 2. And
Sealed.
yes, it's
Yeah.
sealed. Artwork, again, awesome looking.
Yeah,
Um,
really cool.
Yeah, it does.
I was looking for the deluxe edition of the first one, which Frank informed me has a spot to actually hold this. So, you know, might as well wait and get that and
That's
just
so
complete
cool.
the two of them, which I will do.
He will, trust me.
Alright.
That's awesome.
What do we
I
got
love that
next?
name too, Digital Devil Saga.
Yeah.
That
Now
sounds
something
so cool.
something to note, and I don't know if you guys noticed this. He actually, Frank, he gave you that
Yeah,
last
it was
game.
just
He
like-
felt
gave
proud
it.
to give it.
Yeah, he didn't. It's not like he was like, oh yeah, you should buy this too. No, he gave it to this guy.
Mm.
This
'Cause
guy's
Cameron-
amazing.
Cameron was a good merchant.
Yes. Very good mark.
And he was like an additional thing. It was almost like if you go to a store and they're like, oh, you got this much, you buy one get one free, or get a coupon.
Those little stamp cards
Yeah.
that like punch holes.
Buy
in it or
tons,
stamp.
get one free.
It's really mesmerizing looking at all these
Maybe
games anyway.
Frank, do you have a special on your store that says that buy tons get one free? That's all day long.
I sure hope he watches this video.
Oh,
It's dedicated to you,
we're
buddy.
making-
Well, I guess we'll jump to this. I've only read up on this recently. I've seen like sites, they recommend this game a lot. Sakura Wars?
Mhm.
Sakura Wars, right. It's sealed, and you know, again, artwork.
The art books are awesome.
Yeah, and the setting in this game is pretty cool. It's like a steampunk New York.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
1920s or something, right?
Yes, around that.
Yeah, so that's just
Cool.
unique.
So I'll be interested to dive into this game, really find out. A lot of people say it's great, and So
Yeah, there's others in the series. I
Yeah,
see.
there's
I
a
think
couple
one
other
for
ones.
Wii and a couple, maybe a GameCube. Maybe it's the same one. I don't know.
yeah.
But
Now I'm going to show my naivete here. But what does steampunk mean?
steampunk is a style. Have you ever heard of cyberpunk? You
Yeah.
watch Blade Runner?
Sure.
And you know how
It's hard to
the
describe.
aesthetic that's like, you know,
Mechanical.
sci-fi with like a almost noirish setting, but it's got a lot of like neon and like, so that's cyberpunk. Well, steampunk is like industrial age.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a lot of pistons and steam
Mechanical
gears,
stuff and gears.
goggles and like stuff you'd see like worker gloves, but it's not for workers. It's like, you know, people dressed like that and stuff. So steampunk is it's just an aesthetic. It's
I've
just
always
a
heard
style.
that term.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're like,
No idea what it
yeah.
is.
But it's cool. It's a
I
unique,
kinda
very
think
unique
of,
looking style.
like Bioshock Infinite a little
Yeah,
bit.
Bioshock
It had a
Infinite
little
kinda
bit
has
of that.
some
If you
steampunk.
played
Art
that.
Deco, kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what.
It's kind of a.
The more you know.
I learned
Like
it.
a-
Whole YouTube community's like laughing at you.
Yeah,
No.
what a loser! Go home. No, but yeah, so that's what it is, and so that sounds interesting. A 1920s that.
Uh,
Continue.
Alright, where do I go from here? Alright,
Having giggle fits now.
I've been
Yeah,
looking
it's late.
into these games. You know, they've always seemed interesting, and they had the other ones, Forgotten Freshness, but they were a little pricey, but obviously for good reason. They're rare, you know,
Yeah, well, they
popular
weren't
and stuff.
wrongly priced. They were just
Yeah,
what they need to
that's
be.
what
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah. I would have gotten it, but you know, I wanted to spread it out the wealth and
Yeah, the wealth amongst your games.
I got Sudoku in 4, and then
5.
Yeah. Might as well start building up the collection.
And go backwards.
Yes, go backwards from here. Art, obviously, again, the styles are cool, and you know, gameplay's supposed to be really smooth and awesome. So.
And those
Let's see. We'll jump into some of these Ps3 games over here. Alright. I'm waiting for the Wii U to come out with Bayonetta 2, so I got Bayonetta 1.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2 is the reason why.
I got it.
Yeah, he got
The
it.
reason why I got a Wii U
Yeah.
at launch,
Yeah.
probably the only person that did,
Yep.
was for Bayonetta 2,
Mm.
and it just keeps getting delayed and delayed, but I love Bayonetta 1. Just
It's
You're like
so
nervously biting your nails, like, oh god, is it gonna come out? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it's seriously one of my
oh my god,
favorite
it's
games.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
It's like
so
it's just
sick.
like a better version of Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Right.
That's-
Yeah.
yes,
Perfection of
with,
that formula.
with like just I love her like
Yeah.
as opposed to like
She's
Dante.
sassy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unique
So sassy,
character.
I love her.
And a lot of in-jokes of gaming, like there's some
Mm.
Saga references and like lines from other games. It has music from like Outrun and Afterburner, and it's just like, what is this weird game?
Yeah.
Like, it was so unique at the time, and you're like killing angels and stuff.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like,
It's basically a better version of Devil May Cry.
yeah, that's what I'd say.
Except with the hot chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The
but
story
that's it.
is
She's
still
so
kind of
cool
weird,
though.
but
Right.
she's the character
Animation
is
is
so likable.
great.
and
Yeah.
all.
There's a lot to say about that game.
Yes.
Like, it's a great
Yeah.
game, and now you can get caught up for the sequel.
I
that will
know.
hopefully
It's
come
gonna be
out.
exciting.
Nintendo. Yeah, we're not giving
Um,
them because they're watching.
Megan included this. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert!
Wet.
What?
Obviously. Rinse, repeat what she said.
Rinse, repeat. Yep.
Uh, and then, let's see.
Which one first? You're like.
I've been interested in these fighting games. Blaze Blue. Which one is this? Calamity Trigger.
Yep.
And this was a good deal, so I decided to pick it up. You know, characters look cool.
Yeah, it's like a fighter, right?
It's
Yeah,
it's
so-
a fighter.
Yeah.
It's I think it's almost like a spiritual successor to Guilty Gear.
Guilty
Yeah. That's what we
that's
talked
kind
about.
of what
I have
it
Guilty Gear for
plays
original
like.
Xbox, and I like those.
It's really colorful,
Yeah.
really cool combos,
Yeah.
very unique, quirky characters. Like there's not you know how like in Marvel Capcom, a lot of the, at least like in 2 especially, where some of the characters are, they're really all, 5 of them are really the same thing.
Yeah.
In this one, every single one is just completely different, and it plays differently. It's a really cool fighter.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the whole series is really good.
Cool. Yeah. Well,
So
now we can get started on that.
Yeah.
Next video that Cameron's in, he's like, I got the whole rest of the series.
I have every Blaze Blue game ever.
The ones
for
from
every
out,
system.
I got them.
He's got them already.
Well, this one, I was pretty jealous of Nate when he got it. It's Valkyria Chronicles. Yeah. And then, the combat, tactical. I love any tactical game.
This one's different though, because
Yes.
you move around in real time, and then you like find cover and stuff. Because it feels like World War II meets anime.
Yeah.
And so like you move in real time and then you aim in real time, but then it's like, okay, you did your turn and then it goes to the next guy in your squad. So it mixes like a tactical game, but with like a real time third person over the shoulder kind of shooter. But the art style is so beautiful. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's like
sketch
one of the main
style.
reasons
Yeah,
It looks like a
remember.
storybook. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So really excited for both of us to get into that one.
Yes.
As it joins the backlog.
I already had the first 2, so again, get the collection.
Mr. Series over here.
Yes. Grandia 3, I'm not sure, I can't remember how this was received and whatnot, but it seems like a really awesome game. Continuation of a story that I feel is pretty cool.
Yep.
So hoping to jump into that someday.
Someday,
Someday,
he's like
some
50.
year.
No.
Let's
Stop
see.
yawning, you're making me yawn.
Interrupting my segment.
No,
Yawns.
Uh,
This camp's boring. I'm just kidding.
Well, this one is Dark Cloud.
Yeah.
Before I smash it on the ground.
Yeah, before it doesn't last the night.
Yeah. I remember trying this when I was younger and stuff like that, so I don't really remember it too much, but I remember being really intrigued and, something I look forward to playing.
I rented it when I first got my PS2, and it was really good. It's kind of RPG-ish, but it's kind of got an element of town building.
Yeah.
Like as you play the game, you unlock to like build your own town, kind of like ActRaiser, kind of. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But good game.
Now, this one I hear is awesome. Plus, the art is familiar. So this one is Odin Sphere.
Yeah.
And let's see. It's more of an action type game.
Side scrolling.
Side scrolling. And
Vanillaware art.
yeah, Vanillaware.
Did Muramasa the Demon Blade,
I was gonna say it looks very
Grimoire,
familiar.
and
Dragon's Crown.
Dragon's
Dragon's
Crown.
Crown.
That's what
That's
that's
what I was
most like,
thinking,
is it's
yeah.
like Dragon's Crown.
Right.
It's very
It's
similar to Dragon's Crown.
Flat plane and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
really nice.
their artwork is so amazing. I just want to get those games that
Yeah.
they make it for. So
That's cool.
Artwork's so amazing, I just want to bury my face in it.
Yeah,
That's what I
that
was
is
gonna say.
might as well bury. Well, we'll go to this little collection right here. All right, they got this, and I was like, I really wanted to get it because you told me Frank was holding it for him, and I was really like,
It's off my list.
yeah. But it's a Alundra, no map or whatnot, so
Yeah, same as what I said.
good quality, everything like that.
Both looks great.
Different disc, so.
Yeah, they both had different discs
Really?
and different from the disc, because I had the disc only version for a long time, and I
Yeah.
traded it in, and that disc was different. So they must have had
So
variants
that
of the
disc was
disc.
different from our disc that we got in that disc.
Yes.
But they're all
That's
legit. There's no
cool.
like fake ones. It's
Huh.
just variants.
I wonder
Yeah,
which
cool.
one, like.
Is the rare one mine? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know which one is, but.
That's cool. That's very.
And even though
interesting.
I got a Lundra that he was originally gonna get, and he was kind of like, at first.
Yeah.
There is a game that he got that I was like, because I was looking at. And he was like, Nate's distracted. I'm gonna get it now.
That game is
Thank you.
Silhouette Mirage.
Yes, Treasure. Another treasure
More
game. Like
shiny.
you talk about treasure
Yeah.
games over there.
Pretty cool action, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
kind of like a future game by them too.
Yeah.
Ikaruga was a shooter where you switch dark to light and you'd absorb the dark bullets if you were dark and vice versa. You know, if you're white, you'd absorb the white bullets.
Yeah.
This is like that idea, but it's a 2D side-scrolling platformer, and your character does the same thing. Switches silhouette, mirage are the two things I believe. I always wanted to play this since I was younger. It was supposed to be really good.
Definitely
Sounds very cool.
something I'll be popping in.
I'll be stealing from them. Definitely.
Next one I got, another working designs game, and it's Thunder Force 5. Awesome.
Awesome series.
Yes.
I have that one.
And, since I'm
Really good.
a collector of working designs, I made
Yeah, I
sure
was
to get
gonna-
this one right here. And
working designs.
yes.
I didn't realize how much working designs you got today. Holy.
I got a lot of
Wow. Wow.
Always like these games like Raystorm and stuff like that. So seeing this and working designs too, had to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get Thunder Force 6, but that only came out, I believe, on PS2 import.
Oh really?
And so
That's the last one they did, right?
yeah, that's the last one they did.
Do you have Thunder Spirits? For Super Nintendo?
The horrible version of Thunder Force 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always wanted to get it just to see
it's
another.
awful because
Yeah.
I mean, it's Thunder Force 3,
Yeah.
except it has just massive slowdown
Yeah.
throughout the whole game. It's really a shame.
Yeah, because it would be nice if it was a different.
Yeah, it's the
game.
same exact game. It's just a much worse version of Thunder
Yeah.
Force 3, which is probably the best of the series. I think it's the best one of the series.
Yeah. Well, anyway, back to Cameron's video. Sorry.
Hi, I'm back.
So do
This game looks familiar.
Yes.
I feel like.
We saw it at the GameCon. and,
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, Micro Game had it.
Yep, I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it wasn't for sale, so I was like,
Yeah.
but it's Vanguard Bandits, also working design,
Yeah.
and it like I haven't seen too much on it, but it seems cool. It's got like a Xenogear mechs type of thing, and then I'm not sure. It's got awesome turn-based combat. So pizza
Somebody's
Pizza.
getting
Somebody's
pizza.
ordering
Somebody's getting
pizza.
pranked.
apparently.
Yeah, I know. Somebody's ordering a
I
big
see
sausage pizza
wiener.
next to, if you know what I mean. No.
Everything's
Nice.
mint, of course. Thanks, Frank.
Yeah.
Frankie, just rock, man.
And then this game looks awesome as well. Arc the Lad Collection, another working designs. And this has like the same boxing as like the Lunar 2 complete.
Do you remember the
Yeah.
last time Cameron got those?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's got all the stuff too, like the little button tab things you can put on there,
Mm-hmm.
the memory card holder,
Standees. And
yeah,
stuff.
the standees and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
it's got
It's
five
so heavy,
five
too, 'cause
game
I
felt
discs
it
and
earlier.
a
It's
making
got,
of
like,
disc.
This heft to
Yeah.
it, like.
And
Yeah.
for only $60, you know,
Great.
it was
That's
a great deal.
really
That's
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Another one of those games that just like having it on your shelf is like wow.
Yeah, just having
Yeah.
that on the shelf.
Like-
So much has to look,
content.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
looks awesome.
Like you know that
Such
box
a
is
great
filled
deal.
with physical and software goodies.
Yeah, and Working Designs was like great at like bundling things.
Oh. Working designs, yeah. You were a great company.
Mm.
Yeah, that's insane. I can't believe how much stuff is like jam packed in that little box.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
And then
Oh, yes.
adding to my collection of Final Fantasy games, I got the collector's package of Final Fantasy Anthology. So it's got all the disc and the soundtrack and all that. So
So what, 4 or 5 and 6?
Yes. So I get
And
the
then the soundtrack CD.
be able to
I mean, it's not a full soundtrack, but it's like samplings from
Yeah.
those games. It's really cool.
still worth it.
Mhm.
And then the next one, Final Fantasy Chronicles. So I get my Chrono Trigger fix,
Yeah.
and then 4.
That was my first
Yeah.
experience with Chrono Trigger. It was not Super Nintendo. It was on the PlayStation with the load times, which I didn't have a problem with because I didn't
Yeah.
know.
You didn't know any better.
Yeah, and now
Yeah.
I have the DS one, which is like in my opinion, the perfect
Perfect.
because it's like
Yeah.
it plays so smooth, but it's fast. But it has the cinematics that were added to the PlayStation ones.
So it's definitely
it's
So is
amazing.
the DS one better than the Super NES
I
one?
think so, because it's the same.
Yeah.
It might even fix some translation things, like if there was some bad dialogue translation. But it plays fast. It looks great. I mean, not any different. They didn't update anything. It just looks great on the DS. And there's a different touch combat or something like that for the bottom screen where you can instead of picking through the menus what you want to do, you can just quickly go. But it's just a great version of it.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger's not part of the Final Fantasy universe.
No, it was
But they
interesting.
just decided-
Square made it,
Yeah.
and the original Chrono Trigger, not Chrono Cross, but Chrono Trigger was. I had a lot of the people who worked on Final Fantasy in that. It was kind of like a dream team. It was like the traveling Wilburys, except instead of music, it's games, and they had Nobuo Uematsu who did the Final Fantasy soundtracks. They had the guy who does the artwork for Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama, I believe, did the artwork for it. So it was just this dream team that made this RPG, and it has been a classic, considered by many one of the best games of all time. So I think that's why they threw it on there. It's just hey, it's a legacy title. Let's put it on there, So.
All right, and let's see. We'll go for Saturn on this one. I grew up playing this.
Yeah.
It
probably didn't review well.
Yeah,
we both have this tie.
Classic memories.
His dad getting this when we were growing up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
definitely
so
fun. But it's Spot Goes to Hollywood.
Yeah.
And everybody knows.
It does look super
Spot
cool.
from 7-Up. Yeah, remember 7-Up?
Yeah.
But Spot's great. He was a cool character in the 90s that everybody was making games with him and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's actually really cool. It was unique, and it's isometric perspective. So the controls are a little wonky, but I love it.
Still get used to it. And then, let's see.
Which of these two games?
I'll let you guys decide.
Okay, I think you should get this one out of the way, and then you can do a double whammy at the end.
Yeah.
This one is also for Sega Saturn, and working design.
Also working design.
But this one was the last
Sega Saturn game.
So
that's an era.
Magic Knight Rare, and this is mint perfect,
brilliant,
everything like
that.
that.
Oh my god!
It's got the extra bonus stickers and stuff like that, and it's an action RPG, and it's pretty cool. The 3 characters on the front, I don't know if you can see it too well, but you switch between them and different moves, all that stuff like that, and you can switch and talk to the person, an NPC with each person, and they'll say something different, and so it's a pretty cool
and
thing.
if you play Working Designs games, the translation is awesome, and it's so funny. And so hearing that makes me go, oh my god, I bet you there's so many funny dialogue exchanges in that game, because they did such a good job with the writing in Albert Odyssey and a couple other Working Designs games in the past. So that's a good find you got there, Cam. And speaking of Working Designs,
let me just say, actually, quick offshoot here. Not really an offshoot.
This is the Megan Minute.
No, I'm just saying.
segment.
Again, not disclosing what you spent today, but the stuff you got today is such quality, and the condition that it's in, its working designs. I mean, so much of the stuff. I'm actually shocked with everything that you got that it only came to a certain amount.
To his firstborn child when it's born. That's all.
It was a chunk of change, but now that you're presenting all this stuff, because I forgot a lot of the stuff that you got, and you're presenting all that. I'm like, how did you only get this for the price that you got it, and you still have 2 more things to show? It kind of blows my mind too, because working design stuff, again, when you try to find it and you get it in that good of shape, it is still a little bit pricey, and I'm just blown away all the stuff that you got for this. Sorry, I had to make note of that. I'm just sitting here
this was a Megan's Minute.
Oh my god.
Well, back to my segment. Back from commercial break, actually.
All right, we'll be back after these messages.
I have this game for PlayStation, so I mean, you might think, why would you want to get this? But I grew up.
Double dipping? What an idiot! I
said that. Yes, but a game like this.
Second.
Sorry. Garen's get out of here.
But Looter 2.
Yes, Eternal
for
Looter.
Sega CD. I grew up playing these versions, not the PlayStation ones, but you know, the PlayStation ones are the better translated and
added some more stuff.
better cutscenes, updated, all that stuff like this. But this is the classic.
Yeah. So he's got the original.
Now, I also have something else, but it's not necessarily tied to these ones. It's tied to the PlayStation ones, and it was more of a promotional item and stuff like that. But when I saw it, I knew I had to have it, and that's the Galleon puppet. And you know,
That's insane.
this was
It's crazy.
a great deal. I know our last trip to Forgotten Freshness, Frankie wasn't selling it, so I was like, oh, that sucks. And then I saw a picture like just a month ago, and he put that up in his case, and I was like, all right, I have to get that. And so now I do, and it's working designs, you know, lunar
even
and all that
that
stuff like that.
has the Working Designs logo
right there. And it's cool. It's got all the characters on the side. And
yeah, I love the
pretty cool.
cinematics in that game, in that series actually. So it's really cool to see the artwork on that box. Really nice.
Yeah, definitely a great pickup too.
It looks brand new. Like
I
you
know.
got it at Toys R Us.
Yeah, it just has like a little like.
Okay, not brand new.
Yes.
I don't know where in the back, but
Yeah.
I mean the box looks pretty mint.
Yeah, and so.
Sorry.
I don't know why it just reminded me. Did you guys see the movie The Conjuring?
No,
No.
I haven't.
With the no, never mind.
But that was all of my
No, I didn't
pickups.
see it. Sorry.
Wow.
So,
Got, I had a list of games. I checked off 25 of them. So,
25.
and then there's some extras that I didn't have on there. So
That's
I'll
insane.
add them and be like, oh, checked off more.
Yeah.
So
Once again, we said this the last time we went to Forgotten Freshness, but this store is just a prime example of like the dream retro game store for any collector.
Absolutely.
Quality stuff, keeps it stocked and puts good stuff out on the shelves at all times, keeps it rotated, keeps the manuals behind the counter in nice condition. Friendly service, very friendly service, willing to do discounts. You don't go in and you're like, hey buddy, I want to haggle the prices, but you just genuinely go in and ask questions and get stuff, and he works with you and he goes, you know what, let me work with you on this, and it's like you didn't even ask, and he's just helping you out to get all these things that you want. And any collector experiencing that is like, wow, this is like a dream come true.
Yeah. It's like the store is geared for collectors.
Yeah.
yes,
It really is.
Yep.
And it, usually when I go to stores, I just tend to haggle. That's just the way I am. With Frank, like, there's really no need to.
Right.
Because you know he's just giving you the
The
best
good
deal
price.
that he can possibly give you without him losing money.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Exactly.
It's just incredible. Like, today a lot of the stuff that I got was via a trade, and he just gave me just great value on what I gave him, and it was, he's just awesome. And he's definitely willing to work with you, and he always does his best to give you the fairest price possible.
Yeah, and it's amazing too because you see stuff. Oh, I haven't seen that game anywhere, and he makes sure it's like the best quality. Like or if he has multiple, he's like, this is my better one. You know,
right?
Always
Yeah, that's what he did
working
with like
out.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah, he's like, he had a couple of these, but this is the best, and it's amazing. And the fact that we all go in this group as this group, and we all come away with something, that just shows you right there. It's like, you know, and I will say, he does have some modern stuff too that you can expect to find. He doesn't have like shelves of, Battlefield and stuff, but he has like, some 360 PS3 and even some Xbox One PS4 as theirs start coming in, because he's very wise in for getting the stuff in and what people bring and everything, and
just has something for everyone,
it's amazing.
And again, I said this in the last video too, like such care is put into not only the last store he was in, but this store too. It's just, you've seen in the footage, like it's just beautifully laid out, and I wish nothing but good things for you.
Oh, yeah.
Like you know how to run a store. You got it down. You were awesome, and thank you again for if you are watching this, thank you for everything you did for us and for helping us leave with
The
all
new
these
store is gorgeous. We love it,
nostalgic
and you deserve it.
games and
So
stuff.
thank you, and I wish you the best in the coming years, because I know this store is going to be, even by us, we're going to keep this store running because we love it. So, but you know, you're going to do great. So, and there was a lot of people in there today when we were there. It was just good to see. You know, you
It's
guys.
just good to see him doing well because you know
He
he works
deserves
hard
it.
at it, and it's just awesome.
Yep. So keep up the good work, man. Thank you. So we hope you liked our videos,
Yes,
the part
thank
1 and 2,
you.
because I'm sure
Maybe
that's
part 3.
Maybe part
Maybe part 3.
It's the series, the Forgotten Freshness series that we did. But,
Yes.
but it's good to be back. We got a lot of pickups to go over
Yes.
from the past couple months, so that'll be our next video.
Yeah, just keep a lookout for upcoming videos. You know, it's been winter here. Well, not here, but where we're from in Syracuse. So
It's been winter here too.
So you know, we apologize for lack of videos, and thank you for being so patient in the meantime, and you know, not just with this video and our silliness, but for being patient while we get more videos cranked out.
More are coming.
So yeah, what he said.
And one last thing before we go, I just want to thank Cameron for once again coming and enjoying this wonderful day. And Oleg, you've been a great friend and great in taking us around and, you know, letting us see some cool stuff in this area. It's totally worth the trip to hang out with people like you and Frank and everything. And like, you know, it just, we feel welcome when we come into town, and it's great. So we'll be back again.
I second what he said, even though I was
Yes,
trying
she
to.
wasn't paying attention.
But no, thanks. You're awesome. Yeah!
High fives all around.
Yeah!